Well, hello there. Thank you for joining me for another one of my MRE dinners. Today we're doing menu number 6, which is beef taco filling. As usual, I haven't eaten all day, so I'm hungry. This is my dinner. I'm gonna eat all of it. So without any further ado, let's get into this thing. If y'all would like to pick up any of these MREs for yourselves, I will have a link in the description of this video. It is an Amazon affiliate link. If y'all use it, I may benefit monetarily, so thank you for using that. And if you like any of this content, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, hit that bell icon so you get notified the next time I eat one of these MREs. But without any more, here is our beef taco filling. So that's our main. We got our flameless ration heater. We have Santa Fe style brown rice and beans, and we got a little info sheet about that, so we'll heat that up with our main. Sounds like it'd be better hot. Which, I don't know, I could just set it all outside. It's 100 degrees out there today, y'all, with a heat index of the surface of, like, Venus, I think. Yeah, I think it's 112. It's insane. But here's our little accessory packet before I go on a tirade about how hot it is, which is something none of us can do anything about. We have our toilet paper packaged by the Lighthouse, which is a company that employs the blind and visually impaired. We have a moist towelette, packet of sugar, packet of Bill's Brew coffee. Looking forward to trying that. We have some 0-calorie sweetener, a creamer non-dairy, some gum that I won't be chewing because of some problems with my teeth, and a salt packet. We also have a nut and raisin mix, some cheese spread. This is the normal cheese spread, not the jalapeno. We have our sleeve. We have a bag for mixing our hot drink, which is coffee. And this also has some information about nutrition. Speaking of which, I will have the calories as I try things for that item up on the screen somewhere during the time I'm trying them. And then at the end, I'll do a total of all the calories. And lastly, we have some whole grain tortillas to put our taco meat in. So I'm gonna get this heating up. These flameless ration heaters are very handy. You just take them, tear them open. Now, there's some debate about whether you put the water in before or after. I'm a dirty civilian that likes to burn his fingers and such, so I'm gonna put the water in after. So I'm gonna slide both of these packets, one on either side of that FRH. Hopefully, if I can do that. But if y'all noticed, I had to cut there at the very beginning as I was dumping the bag out. I had a problem where my dog was jumping on the back door trying to break it down because he wanted to get in because it's so hot outside. So I had to go handle that. But anyway, all right, so you put all that in there and then we just take a little bit of water. It does not take much. There is a fill line at the bottom that tells you where to fill it up to. Do we have a leak or was that just a drip? That's just a drip. So I fill it up and then it looks like there's too much in there, but since there's 2 packets, it needs a little more. I'm gonna shut this and then I'm gonna kind of wiggle this around to get the water in between those two so the flameless ration heater will start heating up. It is a chemical reaction that it creates that produces heat. It also off-puts hydrogen, so you don't wanna have this right by an open flame. It actually warns you on here. And then once it gets to heating up, we will prop it up against a rock or something. I didn't bring a rock today, so leg of my table will work. But are we reacting? Are we not reacting? All right, we're going off the rails here. We're having technical difficulties, so I'm gonna take one of these out. Now there's some tricks I've heard about and I've used in previous videos of putting the salt packet in there and shaking it up, starting it beforehand, which I was joking about how I didn't want to do that, but maybe I should have. Is it getting warm yet? Okay, it's starting to get warm. I can feel it a little bit. All right, technical difficulty. Sorry, y'all. I should have used the salt packet and the shaking it up trick, but we are warming up now. So I'm gonna stick that back in there. I'm going to put this in its little handy dandy sleeve, which I have gotten soaking wet because I'm just a mess. If y'all haven't figured that out yet, I don't know whose videos you've been watching, because my videos, I make it very clear that I'm a mess when it comes to doing pretty much anything. But anyway, it is bubbling now, so we have a reaction going. And I will set this off to the side and we'll try some of these snacks. So we have a nut raisin mix with pan-coated chocolate discs. Pan-coated chocolate discs. Okay. Well, let's try that. That sounds good. Some kind of trail mix. Where's the chocolate? Oh, it's off-brand M&Ms, basically. So it's a gorp, you know, with some almonds and some other nuts in here, and your raisins, and then there's some M&M style candies. Let's put it that way, since they're not M&Ms. Oh, there's some walnuts in there too. Good nut mix. So let's give it a good taste. That's probably too much. So. All right, it's a decent trail mix, nothing to write home about. You can taste the nuts, mostly the peanuts kind of overpowered the other ones. The M&Ms are in there, adds a little bit of sweetness, as well as the raisins, they do too. Not the best trail mix I've ever had, but it would be a good snack. So let's try some of this cheese spread. So you knead it up. I've had MRE cheese spread a few times, and this will be saving most of it to go with the main as well as the tortillas, but I'm gonna go ahead and try a little piece so I can say I did it and show y'all what it looks like and such. How are y'all doing today? Leave me a comment and tell me. So anyway, here we go. It's cheese spread. Tastes kind of like a Velveeta American cheese flavor, but Velveeta texture kind of thing. So we have that. Let's try these tortillas. Seems like we didn't get as many snacks in this one as we typically do. Just the gorp. These are whole grain tortillas. So hopefully that'll focus for y'all. Maybe if I get my face out of the way. So just almost. As a flour tortilla goes, it has more flavor than the standard flour tortillas, but I'm not sure if I really care for that flavor. I'm sure it's better for you since it's whole grain, so that's a plus. It definitely has more flavor to it. So we'll see once we put the taco meat in it and the other stuff and the beans and things and see what it tastes like. Let's try some of these drinks. So I know I like this coffee, but I'm gonna have it anyway. Oh, I said these drinks. We only got the coffee? Is there no other drink in the back? Oh wait, I forgot to get my spoon. But yeah, so it's just the coffee. This is a pretty slim pickings kind of MRE today. Normally, they'll come with another drink, and if y'all watch my other videos, you know usually there's a couple of snacks and a couple of drinks. This one just has the one snack and stuff. But we did get a side for the main to go in the tacos too, the brown rice and beans, so that's cool. This is too much water, so let me just pour a little bit of that into the other cup I've got. You're supposed to mix these, I believe it's with 6 ounces, 6 ounces. So I actually have measuring marks on this cup. So I'm gonna get that down to 6 ounces and try the coffee. Well, I say I'm gonna try the coffee the way it was intended. They intend for you to mix it hot in this bag right here. And you can also stick this in your FRH, but we got a lot of things going in the FRH. And I like my coffee room temperature cold because I'm a weirdo, so I'm gonna be dumping this and mixing it in this shaker so y'all can see it, and then drinking it cold. And I also drink it black, so if you wanna know what sugar or non-dairy creamer tastes like, you're gonna have to go to a different channel or get some for yourself, because It's a pretty common item. So what rock have you been living under? Yes, I occasionally do insult my viewers. I'm sorry. But it's my channel. I'm eating an MRE for y'all, and I don't know. I love Mexican food. So the main, oh wow, okay. Note to self, stir, don't shake, because we have a head of foam, you know, that is some serious foam. So if you want powdered coffee foam from Bill's Brew from the William James Coffee Company, shake it. If you don't want coffee flavored foam, stir, and, you know, just saying. So we're gonna try it with the foam, and I'm gonna have a nice little mustache afterwards, so I'm gonna grab this moist towelette. It's not bad. I've said it before. I kind of like, for instant coffee, and I'm not usually a big instant coffee fan, but for instant coffee, the stuff they put in these MREs is pretty good. Now, I don't recommend it with the foam like that, although the foam wasn't bad. If you like foamy coffee, you know, if you wanted to do an iced coffee with that, shake it up. You know, you can always dress the stuff up that's in these MREs if you have other components. I like to try them as they come so that y'all know what to expect when you open them up. But that's everything tried in the bag except for the main and the side that needed to be heated up. So I'm gonna sit here in time lapse. It'll be a few minutes to me, a couple seconds to y'all if you wanna hang out, and then we'll get into that main and side. It's heating up, but it's not hot yet. I've eaten all my snack. So, right, well, that was the last peanut, sorry. But I've got to give this a few more minutes, and I don't want y'all to just be staring at a time lapse. So I'm gonna cut for a second. I'll come back once this is warmed up, but this and the tortillas and the cheese is all I have left to eat anyway. All right, so I'm back. The MRE is still heating up. I'm sorry, it's probably user error, but the beans and rice seem hot enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and try those for y'all. I'm gonna give this meat a couple more minutes, and then if not, I'll try to be fair with the points, since I probably messed up that FRH and didn't heat it up properly. So I won't negate it if it's not warm enough. Let's just put it that way. So here we have some Santa Fe style beans and rice. I will put them in the bowl and show them to y'all. Smell wise, it smells like they've already got some of that cheese in them. I can smell the Santa Fe seasoning kind of stuff too, but honestly it smells a lot like the jalapeno cheese spread that comes in some MREs. So here it is. That's what it looks like. I'll have a little taste. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. There's some corn in there. I don't know how well y'all can see it. I've got some lights behind you, so hopefully you can, but there's some corn in there, some beans, some rice. It's kind of mushed up into a paste almost, but when I stir it up, you can see some of the ingredients, but I'm gonna give it a good taste. It's not bad. It does taste kind of like that MRE jalapeno cheese spread, but it's got the rice in there. You get the beans, you get the little bits of corn. All the flavors kind of come through. I'll have one more bite, and then I'm gonna try that main. Yeah, it's pretty good. I will say, the rice has a firmer texture than I was expecting for something that had been in a package so long. It's not crunchy, but it's harder than most rice I've had, so it's interesting. But oh yeah, that heated up some more. This might be nice and hot now. You'd think at this point, by you know, 6 meals into these cases, I'd have these FRHs down by now, but I don't know. I get in a hurry because I'm hungry. I try to give these MREs the best chance I can because I don't eat all day. So that I come to them hungry, because I figured if I was ever eating them, and most people who are buying these things buy them as camp food or emergency food. So you're going to eat them when you're hungry usually, and when you've been doing a lot of work and things. So in that spirit, I do every time. I don't eat all day just so I can come to this hungry. And wow, that looks very similar. Smells like it's got beans. All right, I'm gonna dump this out, and I'll keep it on the other side of the bowl and give y'all a look at that. It smells pretty good. It's got that prepackaged meat smell to it, and it looks almost like a paste instead of a ground beef or something. And it smells like it's almost got some refried beans in it. But I'll give y'all a look at it. You know, this food isn't always the most appetizing looking, but I'm telling you the truth when it smells pretty decent, pretty good. All right, I'm trying to squeeze every bit of this out, but I need to get to eating. So here we go. This is the meat up on the top side. There's the rice and stuff. So I will be taking a bite of this, and then I'll try it in a tortilla all together with some of the cheese. I could taste the cumin. There's something else in the background there. There's a little bit of spice to it, not a lot. Not the jalapeno spice like the rice had, though. It's more of a cayenne or something. Not a bad flavor. All right, let's try it in a tortilla. Where are my whole grain tortillas? Can you put it in a tortilla? Yes. I love Mexican food, y'all, so I get some of that rice there, some of the meat here. I'm gonna fill it up because I'm hungry. Now, after I take a bite or two, for those of y'all who haven't seen one of my videos before, I will time lapse eating the rest of it, and then I'll do a summary at the end with a total of the calories and everything. We'll put a little bit of that cheese in there and just try everything together. All right, here we go. There's a lot of flavors going on in there, y'all. They're all blending, and I can't really distinguish one from the other than the cheese and the tortilla. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't care for the whole grain tortillas as much as I do the flour ones. And I don't know if maybe corn ones just won't keep or something, but I love corn tortillas, so I kind of wish I would see that every once in a while, but they're not terrible. All the flavors inside are good, and they seem to go pretty well together. That cheese stands out a little bit more than I'd like it to, but I could just vary the amount of cheese or just not put cheese in it because there's already that kind of cheesy flavor in the Santa Fe style rice. But all in all, so far I like it. I'm gonna eat through the rest of this, and it's a pretty good bit. I'm gonna be eating some of it in the bowl, some of it in the tortilla, but I'm gonna time lapse that so y'all don't have to watch it all, but it'd be a few seconds to y'all, a few minutes to me, and then we'll summarize after I've eaten all of it and see if I'm still liking it as much. So see y'all in a few minutes. All right, so I ate everything in the bag, empty bowl, empty everything. Honestly, I kept looking around after I finished, like I feel like there should be another snack somewhere, but I felt that way the whole time. I am glad they gave you the Santa Fe style rice though, because The meat by itself, while it has some flavor to it and a little bit of spice, excuse me. Okay. Well, it has some flavor to it and a little bit of spice, like I was saying. It gets kind of bland if you just sit there and eat it bite after bite. So having the flavor of that rice, even the cheese to break up the monotony a little bit and mixed it all together, it helped offset the tortilla that I didn't care for as much. The nut raisin mix, I didn't really mention much about this, but it was an okay like trail mix, but it wasn't great. So all in all, I did like the fillings for the taco. I thought that was well thought out. You got the rice, you got the beans, you got the meat, you got the seasoning, you got a little tiny bit of spice. Now, my name is Ed, and I like spicy things, and I've said that on quite a few of these videos. But so for me, I wish it was hotter, or I wish they'd given me a little thing of hot sauce or something to heat it up even more. But for the average person, it's got a nice little low level of heat that kind of comes in at the end, and you feel it, and it's a nice warmth to it, but it's not super spicy. So I think almost anybody would be okay with this unless you're really sensitive to spicy things. I thought all those fillings and giving you the cheese were well thought out. Not a huge fan of those whole grain tortillas, but I'm sure they're better for you, so that's a good thing. And all in all, you know, as survival food, I've had worse. I would not mind eating this. I may supplement it with a bag of Skittles or M&Ms or something, because I feel like there wasn't a lot of sugar, wasn't a lot of pick-me-up other than the coffee, but we didn't even have like an electrolyte drink in this one, or, you know, typically we would have something like that would be a little bit more sugar, a little bit more energy. And I feel like that was missing from this. But other than that, like, I mean, I liked the main. I liked I liked the seasoning. I thought it was all good and it worked together. So that all being said, instead of repeating myself 5 more times, I thank you all for joining me. Please hit that thumbs up and leave me a comment if you enjoy these videos. If you've got an MRE you're looking forward to. I already have the one that horrified me in years past, and I've already passed the menu number 5, the chicken chunks. My wife joined me on that one. If you haven't watched that video yet, go check it out. But anyway, thanks for joining me. I'll see y'all in the next one. Later. It's an ATAC AT101 Steelers VG10. This is one of the ones I'll wear to like church or something, because it's a little bit fancier than most of mine. All right. If y'all stuck around this long, I'll let you know. These little things back here, ignore that. That's for one person in particular who watches the videos. But these little things right here, my wife makes these. So y'all give her a shout out, because she is very talented. And I don't tell her that often, but today's actually her birthday when I'm filming this. So hopefully I can get this video up today and she'll see it. But she's a very talented person. Like for her things, if nothing else. She makes all kinds of little stuffed animals, and this is like a little purse thing she crochets for folks. So I'm very proud of her and the little crocheting business she's built. So, but that's all the bonus content I got for y'all today. So have a good one.